They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Tatum at the 4 with Kata in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at shooting guard. And as teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant, there must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And the thing that makes Brunson so tough is any amount of space is too much space for him. He doesn't need much to do his damage.
Bridges against Brown. From deep. Hauser, that's good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They want to keep rolling here, following a win against Atlanta.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. They set the pick. Now here's Tatum. 5 on the clock. Off target with the 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the inside. Here's Hart. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
You really see Hart's athleticism inside. I mean, he can bounce, he can twist and turn, really good body control. Whatever it takes to score, he usually can make it happen.
Now here's Tatum. His last outing, he had 24 points. Takes it inside. From 6 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Pass to Hart. Towns, left side. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
One shot.
And that one falls for Towns. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Brown, no good.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Fades and shoots. And it's New York scoring again.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Tatum's shot is good. Tatum's gotten his second bucket.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Brunson on the drive. Towns for 3. Tatum pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Brown for 3. Tatum. And the tip in on the offensive boards.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Now here's Towns. He had 16 in the win against Atlanta. Here's Keita. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Brunson passes to Bridges. Brunson against White. Back to Bridges. Pass to Towns. Can they get it? Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
A fantastic three-point shooter. You gotta guard Towns from the corners especially.
And here's White. He just could not put it together in that loss to Philadelphia. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Back to Brunson. Puts up a 3. Rebound Boston. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they faced the Knicks.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Boy, it's a big bonus for this team when Towns is engaged and making an impact defensively.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Knicks trail by 5. Outside Brunson. High post Towns. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale
Take a break.
hit 11
Take a break.
digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And he knocks down the first one.
You can tell Towns is a true modern-day player. He's got a diverse skill set, and he can do so much more than you're used to seeing from a guy his size at his position.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Keita. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work. Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
Inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
White, the pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, BA, it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Over the past month, these front court players have been money at the line. Karl Anthony Towns, fourth.
And I love how these bigs take the touch they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
Now here's White, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on White.
Stopping Brunson clean is really a challenging endeavor. I mean, he's clever, he's agile, and he is physical and assertive, too.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brunson.
And Brunson really is a leader both on and off the floor. His example, when he speaks words of truth and passion, and his will and drive to win is infectious.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. It's both from the stripe.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
Back to Tatum. And it's New York with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Brunson. And he makes it on the layup. Brunson's got 11.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Tatum. Give him 8. And finished off by Tatum. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Shoots over Pritchard. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist from Anunoby. And it's 13 points for Jalen Brunson.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Brunson against Pritchard. Over Brunson. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. A little mid-range shot is up. Hauser grabs the board.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
To the left wing. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. The 3. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Anunoby for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. And the Knicks lead by 4.
It's obvious Anunoby has put a ton of work into his game. Now that catch and shoot Jay is a real weapon.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Celtics making a switch here. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You take a look at the Celtics. With great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference. And, of course, New York just barely behind them, only 1 spot down.
Well, for the Celtics, they have to be proud of what they accomplished so far. But they also feel they've left some wins on the table and that their best basketball is yet to come.
Now here's Pritchard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
New York has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Here's Pritchard after the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Shireman. Left side, Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Fires for 3. Drains the triple.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Clarkson passes to Robinson. Now here's Brunson, defended by Pritchard. The floater, and And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 15.
Brunson getting loose. He's calling his own number to great effect in this one.
Outside Pritchard. Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. Pritchard, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Clarkson outside. Over to the wing. Right side, Brunson. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Alvarado comes in for Jalen Brunson. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Towns on a screen. Clarkson for three. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Shireman. Outside Pritchard. Beyond the arc. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Tatum. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Now here's Clarkson. He had 9 points in his last time out. Pass to Towns. 3-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Towns has got 14 points for the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be right back with you shortly. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Jose Alvarado. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Shamet in at the small forward. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Towns takes a lot of pride in knocking down threes. He's as gifted a shooter as we have at the center position.
Tatum inside. Robinson with a steal. It's Shamet on the wing, defended by Pritchard. Shamet passes to Robinson. Now Alvarado. Back to Clarkson from behind the arc. The ball's knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And these are the teams that have looked to score from the paint often during this season. Boston, 3rd.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
And New York has possession. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Vucevic against Robinson. Pass to Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
And just making the defender look downright silly.
And then exploded to the bucket for the finish. That was just an outstanding play from start to finish.
Kicks it out Towns. from the arc. New York again can't hit.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Robinson passes to Towns, and it's good for 2. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I like the way Towns is engaged on offense. Feels like he can score from anywhere on the floor.
There's Tatum with the 3. And Tatum drills the 3.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Celtics trail by 4. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The role of the big man has evolved over the years. What's been the most noticeable change to you, Clark?
BA, and it's not just the big man. I just think the overall athleticism of all of the players, certainly the big guys, stand out because they're now taking the ball rack to rack. They can go in traffic with the dribble. They're more mobile on defense because defenses switch a lot now. I mean, it's not all about being in the paint just because you're a big guy. They play all over the place.
McBride, he's checked in for Shamet.
I got yours.
Here's Shireman. McBride covers. Pass to Shireman. Tatum looking it over. Vucevic, a screen on Towns. Tatum, good.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Now here's Clarkson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Now Alvarado. Clarkson outside. Shot clock at 6. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Fighting his way inside, Clarkson shows good body control.
Outside Pritchard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So for the Knicks, Anunoby, he's checked in for Clarkson. Bridges comes in for McBride, and Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Shireman. Knicks leading by 4. Towns outside. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And a big finish by Robinson.
Robinson loves to hammer it down whenever he gets the chance, and with force.
Here's Tatum, and Boston again with the bucket.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Brunson with it. He's got 15. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. 7-point differential. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
Now here's Bridges. Here's Towns. Easy work inside for Towns.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Anunoby against Brown. Pass to Tatum. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
With that reach, Towns is going to get his fair share of blocked shots. There's no doubt about that.
Brunson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Shooting one.
It'll be his fourth time going to the line in this game.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Hart's checked in for New York. And the Celtics also making a change. Hauser, he's checked in for Pritchard. That free throw good from Brunson. Celtics trail by 12. White looking it over. On the wing, Tatum.
Watch the screen.
Just 4 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tatum's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
New York working the ball around now. Hart from long range, and the three-pointer goes. And the Knicks lead by 13.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Kata's checked in for Vucevic. Outside White. Pass to Hauser. Fires the three. Drops in the three. Hauser's got 6.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Brunson, tough one up close.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Back to Tatum. Takes a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Now here's Bridges. No made baskets yet. Hart passes to Bridges. And here's Brunson. Jacks up a 3. For 3. Brunson nails it.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
On the wing, Tatum. Nifty move. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Josh Hart.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game. Gets himself to the line.
Boston shooting their first foul shots of the night. And that one falls for Tatum.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And so Tatum nails both of them.
And Tatum is really a prototypical player for today's NBA. He's a do-it-all wing with great size, an effective jump shot. Plus, he's got that hunger you want in a star player.
Now here's Anunoby. A 17-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Relentless on the glass. Boards are largely about how much you want it. Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Brown with it. He's guarded by Bridges. Pass to Tatum for 3. That shot off.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
Pass to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Outside Hart. Left side Brunson. Over White. The Knicks rebound. Here's Robinson. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Shireman's checked in for Jason Tatum, and Pritchard is subbed in for White. Both free throws good from Brunson. And Clark with the landmark decisions opening the door to NIL revenue for athletes in college and even in high school. It's the wild, wild west for amateur basketball.
There's no question the landscape is chaotic, dizzying even, but they deserve a slice of that pie, and this is a long time coming. Kids have an opportunity to leverage their talent to get paid right now, and in some cases, begin the process of creating generational wealth before. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Outside Anunoby. Outside Hart to the middle. Here's Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Brown. Shoots over Bridges, and Boston again with the bucket.
Appears like he's found his footing here in the second quarter. Much more efficient.
Now Bridges. He's scoreless. Robinson finds Brunson. Good on the shot. And the Knicks lead by 14.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
The road back is going to be a long one if they can't play smarter and take care of the ball.
Already in this quarter, they've given away 4 points. Time for them to refocus on offense.
New York leading by 14. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Down low. Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup. Brunson's got 36 points.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Outside, Brown. With the fadeaway, and Boston again with the bucket.
He's on a roll in this quarter. The defense better be careful.
New York has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Back to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Launches a three. Counted from distance. Brunson's got 39.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Brown scanning the floor. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Pritchard. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Oh, deflected. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Hauser passes to Queta. Brown against Bridges. Clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot here.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
And that concludes the first half. New York out in front. They lead by 13. We'll take a quick break. Action.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New York Knicks.
I love their mentality, the system, getting into the teeth of the defense and getting to the line, super aggressive.
And these days, you can't just launch yourself into a defender and draw the whistle. They're making basketball moves.
And a look now at some of the games that have yet to tip this evening. The Nuggets will face off against the Timberwolves out in Minneapolis. Tip-off is 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific.
And this could be a close one, guys. Two evenly matched teams. I don't really know what else to say.
And two fantastic teams. Could be a preview for the postseason. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Celtics trail by 13. On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. Outside White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
White, the pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 16. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Brunson. 3-pointer, Bridges. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Queta, pass to White. Pass to Queta. The kick to Tatum. The 3-ball. Sinks the tray. Tatum's got 31.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Outside Brunson. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Brunson's got 41.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser from outside the arc. The Knicks with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Now Towns, hounded by Tatum. Towns can't get it to go.
No matter how good you are, It's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Outside, Brown. The kick out to White. Fires the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. New York leading by 15. Outside Brunson. The three. Knocks down the triple. Brunson's got 44.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Pass to Tatum. Here's the three. Unable to get that one. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And it's Brunson missing. Celtics trail by 18. Queta, pass to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Hart. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Give credit to the defense. They were right there on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's too smart and too confident near the hoop to have any effect.
Towns outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
First one falls for him.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cat's is generally among the best in the league.
And so Towns nails them both. Celtics trail by 18. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Let's see some of the numbers here for Derek White.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
New York on D. Pass to Brown. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Brunson. Shoots over White. New York again can't hit. Celtics trail by 18. Now Brown. Tatum with a screen. 3-pointer. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Wherever OG Anunoby goes, his teams win a lot of games, Clark.
Yeah, you think about his second season. I mean, BA, part of the 2019 Raptors title squad was Anunoby. I mean, his defense is superb, and it affects winning in a big-time way.
The Celtics have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Outside, Brown. There's Tatum with the 3. Again, the miss by Boston. New York leading by 18. Here's Towns. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And for Boston, they're shooting about 60% for the game. Hauser outside. There's Tatum with the 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Shot from 12. Anunoby can't get it to go.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
To the paint. Here's Brown.
Oh, man,
Oh!
what a punch that was.
Bad intentions.
Big-time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. And he gets it to go again. He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
To the inside. Here's Brown. No luck on that one. New York leading by 21. Towns passes to Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Here he goes. 6 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
Here's White. He's got 6. Pass to Hauser. Back to White. And stolen by Brunson. Now here's Towns. Queta pulls it in. And here's Brown. Here's Queta. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. They get it back. Queta gets the bucket.
That's why you go after every rebound. You might just get yourself a bucket in the process.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. That one no good. Good work defensively by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Hauser outside. And here's Tatum. He's covered by Hart. Tatum passes to Hauser. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Brunson surveys. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White.
So tough to deal with. I mean, Jalen Brunson has savvy oozing out of his pores. I mean, and he takes full advantage of it all.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
The first one falls. And some changes here for New York. Robinson comes in for Towns. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Hart. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Walsh comes in for Tatum. Shireman's checked in for Hauser. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for White. That one's no good. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Vucevic, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vucevic.
You know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
he gets them both.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
Pritchard against Brunson. Uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 49 in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
It's stolen by Clarkson. Brunson on the drive. Yet another bucket. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
When he puts his head down and attacks, Brunson is deadly.
Outside, Brown. 4-3. The Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds in the game. Bridges outside. Pass to Robinson. New York working the ball around now. Screen by Robinson. And again, it's Jalen Brunson. Brunson's got 14 points now in the second half.
And so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Now Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Pritchard against Brunson. Outside Robinson. Pass to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. He drops it from range. Anunoby's got his second basket of the night.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the 3.
Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Here's Bridges. And the layup is good off the glass. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice work by Bridges to finish that play inside, showing you some physicality that belies his frame.
Pass to Shireman. Now here's Pritchard. Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Clarkson for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Walsh. Outside, Brown. Let's go with a 3. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
I mean, he'll just come right back at you. Brown with all the confidence that he can do it better.
Robinson passes to Brunson. Boston pulls it in. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pritchard surviving the D. Vucevic, a screen on Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Another one falls for Boston.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
And so it's New York, continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assists of the Game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Landry Shamet is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Clarkson in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Gets the 3 ball to go.
I tell you, I mean, the confidence of Towns when he's facing up, really relaxed and comfortable to let it go without hesitation.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
The Celtics shooting at around 60% in this one. Very efficient. Three-pointer Pritchard. It's hauled in by Robinson.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Clarkson outside from downtown. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
To the middle. It's stolen by Clarkson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
You got to bring more fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
Outside Pritchard. Outside Tatum. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
Towns outside. They set the screen. Pass to Clarkson. The 3 is up. And it's Clarkson again missing.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
Count the basket.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And the shot goes down. Clarkson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Here's Tatum, and Boston again with the bucket.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Alvarado. The Celtics also with a sub. Brown's checked in. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Towns against Tatum. Towns double team. Clock at 4. Clarkson for three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist with that last one. Down low. Here's Brown. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Anunoby comes in for Robinson. And it's Bridges in for Shamet. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Over Bridges. Brown can't hit. New York leading by 20. Outside Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Brunson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, we know Brunson is a guy who excels at playing through contact, and sometimes, actually many times, he's the guy initiating the contact.
Free throw good from Brunson. Here's Tatum. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Tatum against Brunson, puts it up. And it's Tatum missing. And Towns has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Bridges outside. This one for 3. New York again can't hit. Celtics trail by 20. Tatum passes to Brown. Back to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Clarkson against White. Tatum with a screen. There's the 3. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Brunson's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Towns. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Hart's checked in for New York. Boston also changing it up. Kadis checked in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in for Pritchard. And Clark, for decades now, we've seen the Western Conference have the upper hand. Any reason you can fathom?
Not really, other than the tide shifts on occasion based on who the players are on teams in each conference. Maybe some of that frontier spirit coursing through, although I don't quite believe that as a major factor. One thing you see in the West, though, a lot of smaller market teams, and historically they've done a good job of how they run those clubs.
Knicks leading by 21. Towns outside. Screen by Bridges. And an Obi for three. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside, Brown. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. White against Brunson. Pass to Bridges. And here's Hart. New York working the ball around now. The kick out to Brunson. The three is up. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got his 5th assist in this one. Boston's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. And here's White. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. Shakes him. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, BA, it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And that one misses. New York leading by 22. Towns passes to Brunson. Now Anunoby. Towns outside. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Towns has got 15 points here in the second half. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the 4th quarter. Back to White. Outside, Brown. There's Tatum with the three. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 38 points.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away, quick release, money.
Back to Brunson. Oh, another one falls.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Boston's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Tatum against Hart. Back to Brown. Stolen by Bridges. Outside Hart. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8", that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
And that one falls for Towns. A big group substitution here for New York. Sohan's checked in for Hart. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. McBride, he's checked in for Bridges. And Alvarado's subbed in for Brunson. And so Towns nails them both. So it's Boston now. Outside White. Pass to Hauser. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. Alvarado outside. Here's Towns. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Mitchell Robinson. He's checked in for New York. Here's McBride. Alvarado outside for three. Offensive rebound. Hauser outside. Pass to Brown. Oh, a deep three from Tatum. The Knicks pull it in. Now here's Alvarado. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Outside, Brown. Hauser outside from the arc. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 8 assists here tonight. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Towns. Banked it in off the glass. Towns has got 42 in the game.
Towns is so dangerous in the paint. He's got the ability to just muscle through most any defense.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Knicks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jalen Brunson.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Pass to Brown. And he nails the jumper.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. 29 seconds left in the game. It's stolen by Tatum. 3-on-3. Shoots from the baseline. Again, Boston.
Well, he might not be a pure shooter, but he's a very steady one. I like that they're getting White something in rhythm here.
Alvarado outside. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.